back here on Brad's 62 Chevy II. Brad was out enjoying the car last week, and he did run out of fuel. So Jeff brought him fuel, got it running again, and she went a few blocks and then stumbled and died. So I was actually already over here with Wick, and Jeff came and picked me up, and we went to go get her running, grab some starting fluid and screwdriver and just some little stuff. Yeah, filled her up with starting fluid in the bowl, got her running good. Would run, and then as we went from starting fluid to gasoline, it would start to stumble and get worse and worse and then die. It would fire right back up just for a second, but you do the ether trick a few times and it would work. So didn't have a multimeter with us that day. So our first thought, got towed back here obviously. Our first thought was, let's check the points in the coil. So I am going to check primary and secondary resistance on this coil first thing, and then we will swap it out with a brand new coil, and we'll also pull the cap and check the points. All right, so I'm going to check the primary and secondary resistance on the coil that's currently in the car. .8, 1.9 ohms on the primary. And let's check the secondary. On the secondary, you can see the K. So that's almost 6,000 ohms. It's 5,980 or 90 ohms. So let's look it up and see what this thing's supposed to be. Well below that. That's definitely an issue. So I'm pulling the coil out and gonna swap in a new AC Delco, and then we will fire her up and see. Old coil, new coil. Old coil, new coil. Okay, so I want the world to see this. Old coil off the car, primary resistance, it's like freaking out. 1.9 to 2 ohms, which is a little high. Then you really get in there, she starts bouncing all over the joint. Look at that. So 192 ohms. Secondary resistance, under 6. But it's jumping. Which is what it did on the car. But this is supposed to be, it's under 6,000, supposed to be around 11,000. So now I'm jumping over to the new coil. Primary resistance, 1.9, bouncing about, but 1.9, 1.7, 1.8, as it should be. Secondary resistance, almost 9,000. Way better. Ooh. 9,100, Ish. Way better. Alright, new coil is in. I say we give her the old college try. Got in her. Didn't need the key because the switch works without it. Give it a few pumps. Alright, in the car. Give it some. Come on, baby. Nope. No fire. Come on. Didn't even like the ether. We need to see if we have a fuel supply problem. Okay, I have pulled fuel feed off the carb. I'm just gonna hit the key, see if it shoots fuel. Pump's weak. It's a brand new pump too. It's an Airtex, I think. Or was it a Delphi? God, I don't know. But our tank is new, our lines are clean, the fuel is clean. I'm going to pull here, make sure everything internally is good. Go from there. Alright, so pull this, everything's clean, but the filter screen itself, oh yeah, there we are, you can see it, it's kind of scoozy, so I'm going to go clean this out, and then we'll give it a try. Alright, we got her all back together. I'm going to crank this baby just a little bit. Let her get fuel up there. I'm gonna undo the coil real fast. Crank it, get fuel in the carb, and then go back to the coil. Alright, cranked it about 8 seconds. It should be primed. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Come on, baby. Alright, so, no fire. I'm assuming from no fuel. Let's give her the old ether in the fuel bowl gently. Trick. See if we can get her to run. We've got a fuel supply problem for sure. Alright, so fill the bowl. Damn it. I filled the bowl. There's a little bit of brake clean. As you can see, the accelerator pump is attempting to squirt. That's why I have fuel again. We definitely have a fuel supply problem. Alright, so filling the bowl with a little brake clean. Through the vent. I'll make sure she is got fuel. So that works as a suitable fuel. I'm gonna hit the key, see what happens. Runs phenomenally. Well, decent. That should be shooting fuel everywhere. We know we have fuel in the car. So our pump, our brand new, I think it was an Airtex or a Delphi pump, took a shit. So back here on the Chevy II, I decided to pull the pump out, the dead fuel pump, pull it out, left its hardware right here, so it's ready to go back together when we get the other one back. So, kind of pulled out, and usually when you have a mechanical fuel pump, push in the arm and it's it takes some ass, you know, a little effort. Well, she dead. Look at that. I can do that with no effort at all. There is no pump, no suck, no blow. So Delphi, you know what blows? Your piece of shit pump. The other problem also, when I was unbolting it from the block, I had fuel coming out of this side. Fuel. But if you push it hard enough, it sucks, but it doesn't blow. And then it makes gurgly sounds. It's fucked. The theory is the lobe on the bump stick that actuates our pump. Is it flat? Like, did it wear to the point it can't push and break this over to pump? It's another theory.